Yeah, this is Chris from Broken Nev RC, and just wanted to do a little show and tell on my Gmade Sawback, which is already a few years old, and it's kind of a interesting little truck in that it's leaf sprung, has leaf springs on it. And leaf springs are kind of interesting because they have their own set of problems and own set of hurdles that you have to kind of overcome. And the driving's a little bit different. They don't soak it up as much as like a 3 or a 4 link. Don't soak up the they don't soak up as much of the bumps and the rocks, and that it's not the same as a 3 or 4 link. Let's put it that way. It's different. It's the same, but it's different. Go figure. Pretty much, it's had some modifications done. Obviously, I've just kind of tinkered with it over the years. The body is a Proline Bushwhacker body, which you can't get anymore. They've been out of stock on these guys for quite a number of years, and what I ended up doing is I ended up putting a new grill in the front with more realistic headlights, and it's not exactly an exact copy of a Land Cruiser grill, but it's close enough. It's styrene. It's still held on after all these years. It's just kind of been hanging tough. But Bushwhacker body is a nice, fun body. Obviously, it looks a little like a Land Cruiser, more than a little, which is why they stopped production on it. And it's been on a number of trucks, hence the Novak or nothing. It's been quite a while since I've run Novak, and it's just it's a fun little rig. The body is just a lot of fun. Kind of needs a spare in the back, but I just haven't gotten around to mounting one. And I kind of didn't want to have a bunch of stuff on the roof, like with a roof rack. Just wasn't interested in that. Trying to keep the weight down low. I did go in and use styrene on the fenders, so it has inner fenders, which wasn't a big deal. And let's open her up. Let's take this top off. There we go. Anyway, as you can see, it's pretty simple stuff. It's got pretty beefy. The drive shafts are actually kind of beefy. They're plastic, of course, but they are kind of beefy. I can't remember the gears and the gears in the axles. I think are pot metal. I think they're just regular sintered metal. It's just kind of your run-of-the-mill stuff. What I did add is a bar, a kind of an anti-roll bar. I don't think that's the right term, but it keeps the axle from rotating and prevents axle wrap. That's the term I wanted to use, axle wrap. And I still have the green anodizing from Axial on it. When the kit was new, it had basically everything was like shined up. It was just kind of like, it wasn't the chassis wasn't exactly chrome, but it was basically a shiny aluminum, which I think this thing's steel. I don't think it's quite aluminum. Leaf springs are kind of like a single wrap. Has kind of like a single wrap leaf spring on it. Just real simple stuff. They put obviously I've got a couple of the wheels are gone, but they had wheels on the undercarriage to keep it from getting stuck on the rocks, which I thought was kind of a cute idea. It didn't work at all, but it was a cute idea. And that's about it. I've got a Hollywing quick run in here with the receiver. As you can tell, the electronics are really pretty much they're all Sano and clean and top notch. I'm kidding, of course. It's everything's thrown together. I've got an old Sawback servo, kind of steering the front end. Notice too, I didn't have a BEC on this, which is kind of interesting. It's running off the BEC in the Hobby Wing, in the quick run, which is, it's just interesting. I've never had a problem. Got a 35 turn motor from RC 4-wheel drive. Nothing special, just a real simple motor. I think that's one of the reasons that I've heard of guys putting brushless systems in these things, and I'm real curious how long they actually lasted, because like I said, it is plastic gears inside the transmission, and you know, I don't think they'd last too long with a lot of horsepower. I think that's one of the reasons why this one's lasted me this long, is because of that 35 turn brushed motor, and just the real simple the way it runs. There's an oldie but a goodie, and it's an old BPC battery tray, and that actually helps. That's actually bolted to the frame, so it kind of helps stiffen the frame at the same time. Some aluminum angle, which keeps everything in check. I had Velcro on the side here, it just didn't really work. Basically, I just got 2 contacts for Velcro, and that's it. And it's a real simple little truck. And you know, it runs fairly well. The shocks are they're basically these little spring jobs that are I don't even know what the spring rate is. It's kind of a run as you go kind of thing. That I don't think they do a lot of dampening. They look good. Once I put some stickers on them, they look pretty good. Anything can be solved with stickers. That's what I found out. So anyway, but yeah, the back bumper is another recycled thing. I think I won it at a competition, and it ended up on this truck. The front, I cut the front bumper, cut the ends off of that, so that kind of cleans it up a little bit. Yeah, that's about it. The rest of it is all styrene, and not very thick styrene either. Just enough to kind of keep the facade of fender wells. But you know, this little truck is held up. I mean, it's one of those things. It's one of those little trucks that I ended up just like throwing in my big truck whenever I go camping or go up the lake or kind of goof around outdoors. I take this little guy and kind of play with it, just because everything was so simple on it. I didn't have to, things didn't fall apart on it. I mean, it's just like a little, go devil. It just keeps on going. Real surprised. Like I said, you know, you don't shove a lot of horsepower into it, and it's like anything else. It makes it last a little bit longer. So, anyway, that's about it. I'm probably, I'm going to try to tag on a little bit of running video on the end of this one, just to kind of see it go. And that's about it. I just wanted to give a shout out to the other people out there that own the Sawback, and just I'm kind of a fan. They're just a neat little rig, and they're not that expensive. It's, you know, compared to the other leaf spring rigs by like RC 4-wheel drive, where you could spend $300 to $400 on a rig. This thing barely came in at $200, and that was a number of years ago. So there's, you know, there's that factor. And I mean, for the money, I think it's just been a great little rig. Anyway, that's it. If you'd like to give me a like, and or maybe some comments. Maybe you're a fan of this truck. Maybe you think it's just awful. It's not everybody's a fan of these little guys. Leave a comment down below, and if you like this kind of weird kind of content of me babbling on about trucks that aren't super popular, Well, they are popular, but they're not in the forefront. I don't have a lot of money to buy new rigs all the time, so I'm not. It takes a little while for things to for me to. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm babbling on, so I should go. I should go. I should just. You know what? I'll just go. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you like, and hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.